I need to tell you something that nobody talks about. Grief after 65 is completely different from grief when you're younger. And if you don't understand why, you might struggle in ways you never expected. Here's what I mean. When you lose someone in your 20s or 30s, you have decades ahead to rebuild. You have time to create new memories. You have energy to reinvent yourself. But after 65? Everything changes. The losses start coming faster. Friends you've known for 40 years. Siblings who shared your childhood. Your spouse of 50 years. And each loss doesn't just take a person. It takes a piece of your history that nobody else remembers. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're 70 years old. Your best friend since college passes away. You want to talk about that camping trip you took in 1972. But Therese, nobody left who was there. That memory dies with them. This is what makes grief different in later life. Your social circle shrinks with every passing year. It's not like losing one friend when you have 50 others. At this stage, you might only have 5 or 6 close friends left. Losing one means losing 20% of your support system overnight. The physical toll hits harder too. Grief triggers stress hormones. Your body doesn't bounce back like it used to. Sleep becomes impossible. Appetite disappears. Energy vanishes. And recovery takes months instead of weeks. But here's what really makes it different. You're grieving while facing your own mortality. Every funeral reminds you that your time is limited. Every obituary could have your name on it. This creates a double grief. You mourn the person you lost and the time you have left. Now let's talk about something most people miss. Cumulative grief. This is the elephant in the room. By 65, you've already lost parents, maybe siblings, old friends, colleagues. Each new loss reopens old wounds. It's not just one grief. It's all of them piled together. Think about it this way. A 30-year-old might attend 2 or 3 funerals in a year. Someone over 65 might attend 10 or 15. That's not just more funerals. It's constant mourning with no time to heal between losses. The isolation factor multiplies everything. Younger people have work colleagues, school parents, gym buddies. Older adults often have smaller networks. When someone dies, there are fewer people to lean on. The silence becomes deafening. Here's another critical difference. Role loss. When your spouse dies after 50 years, you don't just lose a partner. You lose your identity as a husband or wife. You lose your daily routines. You lose your purpose. You lose the person who knew you best. Many people over 65 are also dealing with their own health issues. Grieving while managing chronic pain or illness adds another layer of complexity. You need support, but you're physically limited in seeking it. Let's address the social expectations problem. Society tells older adults to be resilient. You've lived a long life. You should be used to loss. This is incredibly damaging. It invalidates real pain. It makes people suffer in silence. The truth is, grief doesn't get easier with age. It gets more complicated. You have more history with the people you lose. You have fewer years to recover. You have less energy to rebuild. These are facts we need to acknowledge. Technology creates another barrier. Younger generations find support groups online. They connect through social media. But many older adults aren't comfortable with technology. This cuts them off from valuable resources. Financial concerns add stress too. Losing a spouse might mean losing half your income. Funeral costs pile up. Medical bills from their final illness arrive for months. Grief and financial worry become intertwined. Now here's something important. The grief timeline is different. Professionals say acute grief lasts 6 to 12 months. But for older adults, especially after losing a long-term partner, it can take 2 to 3 years. That's not weakness. That's reality. Memory issues complicate mourning. Some older adults have early dementia or cognitive decline. They might forget their loved one died. They experience the shock and pain repeatedly. This creates a cruel cycle of renewed grief. Let me share what research shows. Studies find that prolonged grief disorder is more common in people over 65. This is clinical grief that doesn't improve over time. It requires professional intervention. But many older adults don't seek help because of stigma. The regret factor intensifies with age. You think about all the things you didn't say. All the trips you didn't take. All the time you wasted on trivial arguments. You can't get that time back. This regret can become overwhelming. Physical reminders are everywhere. The house you shared. The chair they sat in. Their clothes in the closet. Their handwriting on old notes. For older adults who've lived in the same home for decades, every room holds memories. There's no escape. Here's what makes it even harder. Your adult children have their own lives. They can't drop everything to support you long term. They have jobs, kids, responsibilities. You end up grieving alone most of the time. Seasonal triggers multiply over the years. Birthdays, anniversaries, holidays. Each one brings fresh pain. And when you've been together for 50 years, there are hundreds of these markers throughout the year. The future looks different too. Younger people grieve but still have dreams ahead. Retirement plans. Travel goals. Career ambitions. After 65, especially after losing a partner, the future can feel empty. What are you working toward now? Let's talk about what actually helps. First, acknowledge that your grief is valid. Don't let anyone tell you to get over it. Don't compare your timeline to others. Your relationship was unique. Your grief will be too. Seek professional help if you need it. Therapy isn't just for young people. Grief counselors who specialize in later life loss understand these unique challenges. They can provide tools that actually work for your situation. Stay connected even when you don't want to. Join senior centers. Attend grief support groups. Call old friends. Isolation makes everything worse. Human connection is medicine. Maintain routines as much as possible. Get up at the same time. Eat regular meals. Take your medications. These small structures provide stability when everything feels chaotic. Be patient with yourself. Healing isn't linear. You'll have good days and terrible days. Sometimes both in the same hour. That's normal. That's grief. Consider new activities that honor your loved one's memory. Volunteer for causes they cared about. Create a scholarship in their name. Plant a garden. These actions transform grief into legacy. Take care of your physical health. Grief weakens your immune system. You're more vulnerable to illness. See your doctor regularly. Eat nutritious food. Move your body gently. Sleep as much as you can. Write about your feelings. Keep a journal. Write letters to your loved one. Document your memories. This helps process emotions and preserves important stories. Understand that grief changes but never completely ends. You don't get over it. You learn to carry it. Eventually the weight becomes bearable. The sharp pain becomes a dull ache. You find moments of joy again. Here's the bottom line. Grief after 65 is fundamentally different. It's more complex. It's more isolating. It's more physically demanding. It happens against the backdrop of your own mortality. And it often comes in waves rather than single events. But you can survive it. Millions of people do. With support, patience, and self-compassion, you can find your way through. The pain won't disappear. But it will transform. You'll learn to live with loss while still finding meaning. If you're grieving right now, please know this. Your pain is real. Your struggle is valid. You're not weak for hurting. You're human. And you deserve support, understanding, and time to heal. Don't rush yourself. Don't let others rush you. Grieve at your own pace. Remember that seeking help is strength, not weakness. Whether it's a counselor, a support group, or a trusted friend, reach out. You don't have to do this alone. And you shouldn't have to.